On the news tonight, Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria adopts proactive measures for the implementation of international humanitarian law. Preparation on the APC National Convention 2026 taking place in Abuja on Saturday. Good evening and welcome to the news desk at 7, coming to you from your Heritage Station. I am Fatima Hassan. Thank you for joining us today. Nigeria has adopted a proactive measures for the implementation of the law through sustained military training, strengthening child protection protocols, and the integration of the IHL into the curriculum, as well as accountability mechanism against sexual violence. Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this while declaring open a high-level international humanitarian law dialogue organized by the Federal Ministry of Justice in Abuja. State House correspondent Abdulrahman Jibrila files in the report.
This is a peer review meeting to brainstorm on strategic engagement among the National Committee for the Implementation of International Humanitarian Law with the ministries, departments and agencies with the theme Complementarity, Threshold and Outcomes. The dialogue is to ensure domestic implementation of the international humanitarian law, which requires coordinated efforts across all levels of governance.
Nigeria has adopted a proactive approach to the implementation of international humanitarian law through sustained military training, strengthened child protection protocols, the integration of IHL into academic curricula, accountability mechanisms for sexual violence, improved arms control systems, and comprehensive displacement frameworks.
The high-level dialogue is also to address the growing challenges posed by environmental degradation, autonomous weapon systems, and cyber warfare for civilian protection.
A simple but powerful truth. Humanitarian law must be lived, not merely legislated. At the heart of this national agenda lies our recognition that meaningful progress depends on strong partnerships across government, civil society, and international stakeholders.
Through the enactment of reformative laws, such as the Anti-Torture Act, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, and the Nigerian Correctional Service Act, we continue to ensure higher standards for the promotion and protection of human rights standards. In particular, we have made massive investments in physical facilities in our correctional centers to ensure they meet minimum standards, ensuring they are not punitive centers, but environments that support rehabilitation and reformation.
The dialogue is also expected to uphold the principles of humanitarian law, strengthening national and international capacities to promote and implement the law as part of contributions to global peace and security. In Abuja, Abdulrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
A High Court of the FCT sitting in Abuja has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of the fractional national chairman, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki San. Justice Peter Kekemeke gave the order in Abuja. The court also refused an application by the Defense Counsel seeking to quash the charge against the defendant. Turaki is to be arraigned before the court by the Nigerian Police Force, led by the Inspector General of Police, over allegations of providing false information to the police. Earlier, the matter has been assigned to a high court sitting in Zuba. However, Turaki failed to appear in court to take his plea. Subsequently, his legal team filed a petition against the judge and requested that the case be reassigned. In his ruling, Justice Kekemeke held that there was no justification for the defendant's absence, noting that Turaki was fully aware of the court proceedings. The judge therefore ordered his arrest. During the proceedings, Prosecution Counsel Rabiu Umar opposed the application by Defense Counsel Abdulaziz Ibrahim, who had urged the court to quash the charge. The matter has been adjourned to April 22 for arrangement. The IS have been dotted and TES crossed at the Eagle Square in a final run of preparation for Saturday's All Progressive Congress National Convention. Our correspondent Onotu Yakubu was at the venue to catch a glimpse of the ongoing decorations and rehearsals. The report.
This arena is in a race with time. Saturday is the D-Day. So, laborers, skilled and semi-skilled workers put tools to materials, adorning the Eagle Square in the party's colors. With decoration teams dominating the square in the party's colors, Deputy National Chairman of the convention, Senator Simon Bakola Long says the initiative is to set a standard unique from what the people are used to.
We don't want people to know everything we are doing. But in terms of preparation, the architecture is always there. This is not the first time we are doing. And what we usually do is to be sure that in any of the convention, there must be an improvement on what we have done so far. You can see that what you are doing, what you are seeing in just the last few days, is a different thing, very unique. I am very, very satisfied. Very, very, very satisfied because the people have worked very well.
All things being equal, managers of the event said they are pledging a smooth and successful outing for the party. It is part of final push by the ruling APC to achieve success come this Saturday as the convention holds. But to attain that level of success, this plethora of workers spread across this open field will have to also live to their billing in an effort to ensure that the essence of this decoration lives to the billing. In Abuja, Nta Ijebu Ode, Nta News.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the Subcommittee on Venue for APC National Convention 2026 and Ogun State Governor Nta Ijebu Ode says the party is set to hold the best convention ever, devoid of bridges to prove the existing unity within the party. It was at the inspection of Eagle Square, Abuja venue of the 2026 convention. State House correspondent Musba Danwahab reports.
The All Progressives Congress, APC, is rounding off preparation for the forthcoming convention. The party, now bigger in size than it was at the last outing, has again chosen the biggest stage at the Abuja City Center for its biggest convergence. Eagle Square is now in the colors of the party, and concerned parties were on their respective beats putting finishing touches to the groundwork. Members of various subcommittees were on ground to monitor the final preparation. Ogun State Governor Nta Ijebu Ode, who is the chairman subcommittee on venue, alongside the Inspector General of Police Olatunji Disu, took time to inspect different parts of the venue to ascertain their readiness. With the president also scheduled to attend, security is a major consideration with a control room in place to monitor strategic locations within the venue. Issues of accreditation, medicals, and transportation were also in consideration. At the pre-event meeting of heads of the subcommittees, they expressed belief that due diligence has been done.
And I do not have a doubt that we will have a truly remarkable, and like I promised Mr. President, the best APC convention ever. Now, having said that, I want to thank the IG and the Minister of Defense for being here. They would represent the top echelon of law enforcement. What I've seen is very impressive. This is actually the first time I'm seeing this happen at our convention. This provides, indeed, the required surveillance so that, be it emergency, be it emergency response, be it emergency evacuation, whatever it is, can be promptly attended to.
The party is set to take major decisions that will lead to emergence of new set of leaders within the party structure and for the elective positions. In Abuja, Musbal Danwahab, NTA News.
You are watching Nta Ijebu News at 7. We'll be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Nigeria Television Authority, Nta Ijebu Ode Heritage Station. A station that updates you on latest information, news, people day-to-day activities. We promote Nigeria culture. We bring to you educative program and talk shows for young and old. We give you latest updates from the world of sports. We also bring to you updates from the entertainment world. We are the best among the rest. We are available on StarTimes Channel 103 and UHF 63.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Kimpa Development Initiative and Election Observer Group, in partnership with the Independent National Electoral Commission, has unveiled the revised INEC Voter Education Manual and the new youth-friendly civic and voter education manual to the public. With Nigeria's 2027 general elections on the horizon, the event marks a significant milestone in the country's electoral preparedness. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This event brings together key stakeholders in Nigeria's electoral and democratic space and offers a strong story at the intersection of governance, youth engagement, and electoral reform. The two manuals, the revised INEC Voter Education Manual and the new Youth-Friendly Civic and Voter Education Manual, represent a concerted institutional effort to standardize voter education message across all 36 states and the FCT. They also aim to improve public understanding of the electoral process ahead of 2027 general elections.
Today, we take a decisive step to ensure that Nigerian voter is not just a participant, but an informed stakeholder in our democratic journey. General elections and subsequent off-cycle elections show a participation gap that we cannot afford to ignore.
It became imperative, therefore, to ensure that the National Voter Education Manual is not only current and accurate, but also responsive, practical, and accessible.
Stakeholders believe that the manuals will broaden civic participation among young Nigerians and first-time voters, as well as strengthening public trust in Nigeria's democratic institutions. The youth-friendly manual is a first-of-its-kind resource designed to make civic education more accessible and relatable to Nigeria's large youth population, a demographic critical to the integrity and vibrancy of the 2027 elections. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is implementing a major reform in Nigerians directed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This was disclosed during the 8th regular meeting of the National Council on Cooperative Affairs in Abuja. Musa Babaliyo has the details.
All key stakeholders in cooperative sector, including commissioners from all the 36 states of the Federation, are present in this hall. It is the 8th meeting of the National Council on Cooperative Affairs, chaired by the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliu Sabi Abdullahi. The meeting themed Revitalizing Nigeria's Cooperative Sector focused on reforms under the Renewed Hope agenda.
The cooperative movement remains a powerful tool for grassroots mobilization, poverty reduction, and economic empowerment across Nigeria.
Key issues discussed include the digital registration and documentation of cooperatives and review of the Act establishing cooperatives, among others.
If Nigeria must feed itself, empower its citizens, reduce poverty, and expand prosperity, then revamping and modernizing the cooperative sector is not optional. It is indeed urgent and non-negotiable.
As of 2025, there are approximately 370,000 registered cooperative societies across the country, with millions of members contributing significantly to Nigeria's social and economic development. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Safety of lives and property is paramount for human existence. This is why proper maintenance of vehicles, defensive driving, as well as desisting from roadside trading have been identified as incumbent to reduction of road crashes. This is against the backdrop of the recent road crash in Ibadan involving a petrol tanker and commercial tricycles. Kende Omolosho completed the report.
A fuel-laden truck lost its brakes along Bere Ojeslopi Road in Ibadan, crushing some commercial tricycles along Bere Oje Road. The accident reportedly claimed lives. Numbers yet to be ascertained, as some victims sustained varying degree of injuries and were rushed to various nearby hospitals, throwing the busy inner city corridor into chaos after the tanker rammed into multiple tricycles conveying passengers.
As at yesterday, a hospital follow-up that was done, we discovered that 2 more people died as a result of that crash, even in the hospital. Brake failure, loss of control from that tanker. It's a hilly and a slopy terrain. So those things can actually attribute to the crash that occurred.
The Federal Road Safety Corps says it is collaborating with relevant agencies to curb future occurrence of such avoidable accidents.
To ensure that we have a free flow of traffic in all our local governments in Oyo State, we will be interfacing with the local governments. We want to write to all the local governments to form a task force that will always be on ground to ensure that people don't make use of the road as their marketplace.
The advice is for road users to stop the indiscriminate parking by the roadside and traders to desist from encroachment into the road corridors. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
Now we are for tonight on our English update. Join us tomorrow for more fabulous stories. Have a wonderful night rest.